Yo, what's up, guys? As you can tell by my hat here, it's the holiday season. So I thought I'd show you what I'm going to be bringing to my family's party this year. It's going to be a matcha cheesecake with a strawberry puree for a little decoration, a little bit of extra flavor. Powdered sugar drizzled on top, so you get that red-green color combination with the powdered sugar looking like snow. Looks amazing, tastes great. Great way to impress your friends or family. If you want to try and follow along, I'm going to have the recipe down below. Find all the ingredients and all the steps you'll need to follow to do it for yourself. But without further ado, let's get started. Alright, starting it off here, I'm going to be making a shortbread cookie crust. A lot of people like to use graham crackers, but I don't know, I've always just liked using shortbread cookies instead. Gives it a little bit of a different flavor and it holds together pretty well. Once you get 4 boxes in the bag there, you're just going to go to town on it. Beat it with the rolling pin like you're an Italian grandmother whose grandkid just walked into the house without taking off their shoes. Once you have it crushed into a pretty fine crumb though, we're just going to dump it into a bowl. You're going to be mixing some butter and sugar into this. Now it will clump back up with the melted butter in there, but don't worry about it. We're going to be pounding it out again with this glass once we get it into the pan. I like to add my butter at 2 separate times here, it just makes it a little bit easier to whisk. Getting some sugar just sprinkled on in there, then just whisk it up. Then we're going to add a little bit more butter and whisk it up again. And like I said here, this melted butter will make it clump back up again, but you just want to make sure the whole thing's like kind of moist. Once you get the crumbs all moist, we're going to start adding it to the pan. Now this is a 9-inch springform baking pan. And what's great about these is because we have the crumb wall that we're going to be doing, after the cheesecake is done, you can just take the wall off without worrying about, the cake falling apart as you try and take it out of the pan. So then you just add your crumbs up the walls, and as you can see, I'm like pressing it into the walls here, trying to keep it all firm. And this is why you add the melted butter to it, because if you didn't do this, it would be impossible to get it to all stick to the side of the pan and actually press together like this. Then we're going to just go ahead and use that cup again and really just pack it in there tight. Then after you're finished with that, I got the oven set to 350. So we're just going to bake the crust here for about 7 minutes at 350, just to set it. So now we're going to work on doing our strawberry puree. So I got a bag of frozen strawberries here. It's about 2 cups. Then we're going to add 2 tablespoons of granulated sugar, 1.5 tablespoons of lemon juice. And I do have this saucepan set over a medium heat here to start warming up. Now in the middle of doing the strawberry puree, my crust was finished, so I just go and pull that out of the oven. And you can just set that to the side for now. Then we're going to add a tablespoon of just regular tap water to it. And then 2 tablespoons of cornstarch as well, just to help thicken it up. Now you keep that over a medium heat and just kind of whisk it with a rubber whisk here as the strawberries start to cook down. And you can just let that go while you start working on the cheesecake. So here I got 3 packages of cream cheese, all at room temperature. It's about 24 ounces in total. And then 3/4 cup of granulated sugar. Then you just whisk that until it's all creamed together, nice and smooth. Now we're adding 3/4 cup of sour cream to this as well, also at room temperature. If this stuff isn't at room temperature, it'll be a lot harder to combine, and you're likely to get a bunch of cracks in the cheesecake later because it's not going to combine as well. Now we're adding a 1.5 teaspoons of vanilla extract, and then sprinkling some kosher salt in there as well. I just eyeball it, but if you want a measurement, it's probably around 1/4 teaspoon. Then once again, just get that nice and mixed till it's smooth. So here we got 2 tablespoons of granulated sugar already in a container. Then we're going to add 2 tablespoons of matcha powder in there as well. And then just use a fork to get that stirred together until it's pretty evenly combined. So Then we're going to dump that into our other mixture here. And then stir that until it's evenly combined as well. I'm just using a regular old spoon here. One spoon works as well. You can use a whisk, but it's kind of hard because you're going to get a bunch of it up into the whisk. If you have an egg beater, that's honestly the best thing though. Now finally, we're going to crack 2 eggs into it. And of course, me trying to show off one-handed, I get a little bit of shell in there. But it's fine, just go ahead and fish it out. At least they're big chunks. And then just stir those until it's evenly combined. You don't want to over stir here because if you get too much air into it, that can also lead to cracking in your cheesecake later on. So after the strawberry purees kind of thicken up a little bit, you're going to go ahead and dump that into a blender and just kind of blend it down until it's nice and smooth. Doesn't take long, maybe 20-30 seconds at most. And then we're just going to set that off to the side for a second. Now it's time to add your cheesecake batter to the crust here. So go ahead and get that all added in. I got a little spatula set off to the side to make sure I clean the bowl out. Then we're just going to use that spatula to smooth it out on top. And now guys, you're going to hate me. I messed up pretty bad. I did not get any shots of me doing the design. Son of a bitch! You done messed up! But don't worry, it's not that hard to do. You just take a spoon and get a couple spoonfuls throughout, drip a couple drops here and there. And then you just run a butter knife through it randomly till you get a design that you're kind of happy with. And now we're ready to get in the oven. So I got a pot boiling water here. We're going to go ahead and dump that into another cake tin. Don't burn yourself. Learn from my mistakes and be a little more careful when you pour boiling water. But we're putting that into a pan because when we throw the cheesecake into the oven, we're going to put that pan of boiling water underneath it to steam the cake more so than bake it. Obviously, it does bake it as well, but this just helps it to set the whole cake without overcooking certain parts of it. So oven's still set to 350 and we're going to cook it for about 50 minutes here. So to test if it's done after the 45-50 minutes or so, just use like a towel or a gloved hand to shake it a little bit. You'll want the edges to be set and still while the middle of it jiggles like jello without like rippling. And when that's the case, you'll turn the oven off, open it a couple inches, and then leave it to cool inside the oven for about an hour. And then you just throw it in the fridge for like 6-ish hours or overnight. And after that, you're going to be ready to go. So about 6 hours in the fridge, pulled this out, took off the walls. Now we're just going to finish making it look pretty here. Trimming the crust to the top. Then brushing off as many crumbs as I can. Still a couple on there, but you know, still looks good. And then just to fully wrap it off, we're going to just sprinkle some powdered sugar on top. Kind of get that little snow effect going on. Just give it a real winter vibe. But with that, we're finished. Happy eating. And I hope all y'all out there have a great holiday.